The chapter opens with Xebec, Roger, and Garp lying on the ground. Exhausted after the battle, Rox realizes that the curse placed on him has finally lifted, so he needs to escape from the island immediately. But at that moment, Xebec's guards understand what's happening. Xebec thinks to himself that there's no point in running anymore and tells Garp and Roger that they shouldn't die here. Then we see Rayleigh raising his sword, preparing to strike Xebec. After that, the scene shifts to Lily and Gabon carrying Garp while fleeing. Roger, who's still fighting, asks where Rox went. Gabon tells him, "You're worried about your enemy." Garp replies, "I was his enemy too." Then Roger asks Lily what happened to them. Lily tells him that Connie has been killed, and soon after that, talks about how Lenny sank into the oily seawater. A loud voice suddenly shouts, telling everyone to escape quickly because the island is collapsing. They must not let the pirates get away. Roger's ship is already departing. Text appears saying this event will never be recorded in history. Curtains of mist fall as the island collapses into salty fog. After the silence fades, countless bolts of lightning strike down. And with that, countless new stories begin. We then see Garp and Roger being treated, along with Whitebeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Dragon, Shanks, Kuma, Blackbeard and his mother, all of them having escaped God Valley. The story cuts back to Roger's crew. A voice says, "Wait, we'll wait until Captain Roger wakes up. Captain, let's go open the treasure." When Roger emerges, he apologizes for worrying everyone. His crew tells him to forget all that and look at the treasure they've taken. Roger shouts, asking whether they were actually worried about him or not. His crew proudly shows him the treasure they stole, but then Roger hears a strange noise coming from inside the chest. And of course, when they open it, they find baby Shanks inside the treasure chest. News of the downfall of the Rox pirates spreads throughout the world. It's obvious the information has been manipulated, because all the headlines only talk about Garp being a heroic figure in the Navy. While recovering at the naval base, Garp tears up the newspaper and shouts for them to bring Morgans to him immediately. Sengoku tells him to calm down, explaining Morgans was likely silenced by the world government. He reminds Garp that the government and the Navy are massive organizations, including allied nations, and he can't possibly fight against everything they do, even if he knows what some commanders have done. Sengoku admits even he has to turn a blind eye. Garp and Sengoku end up arguing. Garp says that's exactly what he can't stand about Sengoku. Sengoku tells him to sit down and shut up, asking whether yelling will really change anything. Garp snaps back that if Sengoku were like those people, he'd kill him. Sengoku replies, "See, that's why I need a friend like you. You're not quitting, are you, Garp?" Garp retorts, "You idiot, I still have many things I need to protect." The scene shifts to Elbaf. Loki is remembering the past. Rox once told him not to make him repeat himself. He would never allow a child to join his crew. The person Rox wanted to meet did not care about him, yet a crybaby boy clung to him instead. Loki says he always thought Rox resembled Nika, a warrior of liberation, burning with rage even while harming the world. Rox replies, "Me, harming the world, I only wanted to rule it. But if anyone had the power to do that, it should have been Harold." Somewhere in the world, Rox says, exist destroyers known as the Galila, though they haven't acted yet, and the only person who can negotiate with them is Loki's father. Rox says that he himself can gather people from all over the world. So if he and Loki's father joined forces, no one would be able to stop them. Loki wonders why his father refused Rox, and Rox answers, maybe it was love. He promises he'll come back. Even if it takes 100 or 200 times, he'll return again and again. When Loki later hears of Rock's death, he breaks down crying. The scene shifts to another island where Harold is beating up a giant. The giant apologizes and says he won't rob humans again, but Harold keeps punching him, furiously scolding him for making people fear giants. Because of giants like him, humans distrust the giant race, refusing peaceful coexistence. Harold says they plan to join the world government as an allied nation and he cannot let them be ashamed. He says he didn't help his best friend when he begged him, and he let him die. He can no longer turn back, so he'll never forgive the wicked acts of giants. Now we move to the Navy's underground prison. Dragon tells Garp he's quitting the Navy and admits he hates him. Before Dragon can finish, Garp throws him a key to free him. Back on Elbaf, Harold tells Ida, Jarlun, Harjudan, and Loki that they are his beloved children, and he wants them to get along better from now on. Harold then travels to Marineford. The naval soldiers apologize, saying they were ordered not to let him dock. Harold walks forward anyway and asks the government's top officials and the Navy to listen. He sits down, breaks his own legs, and says he wishes to atone for the sins of the past 1,000 years. He apologizes for everything his people have done. From now on, he wants Elbaf's children to live peacefully with humans. He asks for a chance to make amends, even if he must become a slave to do so. The chapter ends with him watching silently, and then the scene cuts off with a message hinting that the upcoming ceremony will not be postponed.